Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Benjamin A. Gilman Essay Writing Workshop. If you're unable to attend one of our in-person info sessions, this is a great option for you. We in the Office of Global Affairs are here to help you through your study abroad experience, and we look forward to working with you as you prepare. Before we begin, I highly recommend having pen and paper handy to take a few notes throughout the webinar. During today's webinar, we'll be going over what the Gilman Scholarship is, then we'll discuss the application process and spend a fair amount of time discussing the scholarship essays. Let's do a bit of reflecting before we dive into the Gilman Scholarship information. Feel free to pause the video as you remember why you picked your study abroad or intern abroad program and location. What factors did you consider when making this decision? If you've not yet chosen a study abroad program, please understand that you will need to do so in order to apply for the Gilman Scholarship. For now, think about what you'd like out of a study abroad program. Take time to jot down your answers. The main reason we ask you to complete this reflection exercise is because it is very likely that this kind of question will be included in your scholarship application. So please keep the notes you took. The U.S. Department of State's Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship Program enables students of limited financial means to study or intern abroad. It aims to support students with high financial need who have been traditionally underrepresented from education abroad opportunities, like student veterans, first-generation college students, community college students, students with diverse ethnic backgrounds, and students with disabilities. The Gilman Scholarship is a merit-based scholarship, meaning it is not based solely on financial need, but rather requires applicants to write essays as well. The eligibility requirements are as follows: U.S. citizen, undergraduate student, federal Pell Grant recipient. If you're not sure if you received the Pell Grant, ask the Financial Aid Office or check your financial aid status in MyUW. Credit-bearing program of which you need to spend a minimum of 3 weeks abroad, and no country with a travel warning. There are 2 application deadlines per year. If you're planning to study abroad during summer or autumn quarter, you will need to apply by early March. If you plan to study abroad during winter or spring quarter, you will need to apply by early October. Please note that if students plan ahead, they can apply for the Gilman Scholarship up to a year in advance. More information about this and exact deadline dates can be found on the Gilman website. While the Gilman Scholarship encourages and prefers students who study abroad in non-traditional locations, meaning anywhere outside of Western Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, it is not mandatory and should not deter you and other students from applying. Award amounts vary, but typically they start at about $2,500 for students participating in short-term study abroad programs and up to $5,000 for students participating in semester or longer programs. Whereas the Gilman McCain Scholarship provides awards of $5,000 for undergraduate child dependents of active duty service members to study or intern abroad. In order to apply, students fulfill the other Gilman requirements and must also be a dependent of an active duty military member and receive any type of Title IV federal financial aid. This is such an exciting new opportunity that I hope more UW-Tacoma students take advantage of. Many UW-Tacoma students have received the Gilman Scholarship in the past. In 2023, we had 6 amazing students that were awarded the scholarship. Considering the odds of this national competitive scholarship, 6 students is a lot. To learn more about them and their study abroad experience, check out our Student Spotlights page on the UW-Tacoma Study Abroad website. Let's take a few moments to engage in another reflection activity. As with the previous reflection activity, this question is going to help you write your Gilman Scholarship essays. But more importantly, reflecting on these questions is going to help you set reasonable goals and expectations for your study abroad experience. Imagine you're finishing up the study abroad program for which you're now applying. Someone asks you if you've had a successful study or intern abroad experience. What would need to happen in order for you to say, yes, I had a great experience? What would you have done while abroad? What would you have learned? How would it prepare you for the future? Pause the video and take 2 minutes to jot down some notes. Let's talk about the Gilman Scholarship application process. Applicants fill out a short form online, which includes their personal and study abroad program information. Unofficial transcripts, which you can get from your MyUW account, are to be uploaded into the Gilman application portal. Applicants also have to submit 2 essays, a statement of purpose essay and a community impact essay, which we'll dive deeper into in the next few slides. Once everything has been submitted, your study abroad advisor and colleagues in the financial aid office will be notified of your application. They are required to certify your application in the online system in order for your application to be considered. The statement of purpose essay is really the most important aspect of the Gilman Scholarship application. This is your chance to make a case for why you should be a Gilman Scholarship recipient. The essay prompts consists of 4 individual questions. You must be sure to answer all of these questions. If the questions are asked, the application review committee wants them to be thoroughly answered. The 4 questions are: how will studying or interning abroad help you achieve your future academic or professional goals? Why did you select your specific program and host country? Anything that's unique. What aspects of studying or interning abroad do you expect to be the most challenging for you? Or what challenges, if any, did you face in your decision to study or intern abroad? What knowledge, skills, and experiences will you draw on to meet these challenges? You have 7,000 characters, including spaces, to write this essay. This is about 2.5 pages single-spaced. I highly recommend you do your best to stay within the limit, but use as much space as you can to tell your story. It is very important that you answer all the questions asked. Finally, if there's anything that I hope you remember from this info session, it's that you must give specific examples in your essay. In order to set yourself apart from other students, it's so important to avoid vague language. Instead of saying that one of your goals is to experience a new culture, really think about what that means to you. Maybe it's about gaining a better understanding of how the siesta culture works in Spain, or understanding how religion plays a role in Japanese business culture. Whatever it is, be specific. As you begin to think about your statement of purpose essay, take a moment to think about any challenges that you face when studying abroad. These can be anything from not having the support of a family member, being financially stretched, having familial or employment obligations, or anything else. Write down some of these challenges and how you face these challenges. Now think about any challenges you may face while you're studying abroad. What skills or experiences can you draw upon to overcome these challenges? Again, these questions are so important for you to reflect on because not only will they help you write your Gilman Scholarship essay, but they'll help you plan and prepare for your study abroad experience. The Gilman also requires applicants to complete 2 community impact essays. Both essays are about 3,000 characters. These essays require you to answer 2 questions. When you're overseas, how will you contribute to the mission of building mutual understanding between the people of your home community and the people of your host community? When answering this question, think about how you plan to represent the US while you're studying abroad. What do you hope people in your host country will learn from you and you will learn from them? How will you share your experience to increase awareness about study abroad? This question is really about how you'll spread the word about study abroad once you return. How can you use your experience to help more students study abroad? You should be describing the impact you plan to have on a target group. We suggest you think about your social network and how you can collaborate with individuals in those networks to increase study abroad awareness. The Gilman Scholarship website offers a lot of examples of follow-on service projects that you can draw inspiration from. So definitely use that resource. As you begin to work on your Gilman Scholarship application, here's some tips we'd love you to consider. Start well in advance of the deadline. Many students revise their essays several times before submitting them, so don't wait until the last minute. Use this as an opportunity to think through your passions. The essay writing process will help you develop clear study abroad goals and expectations. It will also allow you to reflect on why you want to study abroad, what you're passionate about, and your future academic or career goals. Don't forget to use the notes you've taken during this webinar to help you start your application essays. As mentioned previously, do your best to avoid vague language and use examples to connect the dots between the questions and yourself. Know that applying for scholarships can be an intense process, some of which is out of your control. Do your best to stay positive and use the resources available to you. That leads me to our last tip, which is use your support team. The Office of Global Affairs is here to support you through this process, but so are friends, family, and colleagues. For more tips about applying for the Gilman Scholarship, visit our UW Tacoma Study Abroad YouTube channel to learn from previous Gilman alums. And here are some of our videos.
Hi everyone, my name is Faduma Diria and I received the Gilman Scholarship this summer and I will be traveling to Seoul, South Korea. One advice I'd have for students is to start on their application as soon as possible, especially the essay portion because it takes a lot of time and dedication and effort. The sooner you start, I think the better results you'll have, and making use of these resources that are available at school. So going to the Gilman workshops and going to the TLC to get some help is the strongest advice I'd give. So good luck out there.
Hi, my name is Shivani and my major is Sustainable Urban Development. Last spring, I applied for the Gilman Scholarship and I would highly encourage all students to apply if you're doing study abroad. I received the email and then I followed up with the workshop. It was hosted by Courtney, and this was the first time for me to meet Courtney. She helped me with the process. It was very in depth, and also she helped me make sure that my essay was really connecting to the themes and the topic of the essay requirement. I would highly encourage you to apply. If I have to do it all over again, I would attend all the workshops and use your resources on campus. All the best.
As you begin to apply for the Gilman Scholarship, be sure you select a study or internship abroad program. You do not have to be accepted to the program to apply, but your application does require you to share your study or intern abroad program details. Visit the Gilman Scholarship website. They have so many resources like the FAQ pages, examples of follow-on service projects, and videos from Gilman Scholarship recipients, which can all help you through the application process. Share your essay draft with everyone, as friends, families, and colleagues to help review your essays. They don't need to know anything about study abroad to do so. Rather, they should just be sure you're answering all the questions and making a great case for why you should receive the Gilman Scholarship. You should also contact the Teaching and Learning Center on campus for help or share essay drafts with the Office of Global Affairs. We are happy to review essays with you either in person or via email. Once you're done with this video, here are some next steps we highly recommend. Once you select a study or internship abroad program and apply to it, visit the Gilman website and note down any questions or ideas that'll help your application, such as the FAQ pages. Check with your financial aid advisor since they're involved with your application process. They can also help with your financial journey to when looking to lower your study or internship abroad costs. Ask people around you to review and check your essays. That's including with the Office of Global Affairs, as we can help generate and pinpoint ideas for you to highlight. Lastly, sign up for our newsletter. You can do this by emailing our office or clicking the link in our descriptions. To learn more about other UW-Tacoma students who received the Gilman Scholarship, visit our Study Spotlights page. If you're interested in applying for other scholarships, visit our scholarships page. Please review our contact information below and follow us on social media. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop by our office in GWP 102 or email us at uwtintl@uw.edu. Thank you for attending the Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship Essay Workshop webinar.